All right, another video. This is a good one. APP October 6th as we go into late night App Lovin' Corp. And let's go back on this. When this was nothing basically back in 2024, you're talking 40. 2024, it gets over 100, then it starts to make that move right there in September 2024. Goes to past 182, big cap up, all the way to 400 plus in 2024. Sideways, made another move to 500. Then you had a big drawdown to 237. And then the low rate here, April, of course, the low on a lot of stocks ETFs, 200. Start to come up, makes its move to 419. Very good long. Little falling wedge here, channel. And you're talking here 318, go to 400 again. It gets as high in August as 473. You move back to this hammer candle, 385. You notice the lows. Excuse me, on these moves right here. Look at the lows up, back down, another move up, back down. This trend line is holding well. Goes back to April. And then look at the run. The algo picks it up right here. 821, 2025. You're talking 418 goes to 750, and then the algo picks up the sell. Very good here. It could have been anywhere here. And that's why, are you holding here? Not really, because all right, you have the run here, maybe out here. And then look at this divergence. Look at the low. Right here, it was 88.77 stochastics. You had a divergence, you were fading right here. Look at this. See the fade? And look at now. So, one, two, even three red candles in a row, I would take profit. Now, it's right around that trend line, you could say. But if you ran this far, to me, the out was here and then even here. And even during the day, if you waited that long. So, let's look at the algo move. So, 70% right here in August 21st, 70% move. You did 26% in July, right back here. So this has been on fire long. And they caught the top candle right here now on this APP. All right, so AppLovin stock plunges after reports of SEC probe into its data collection practices. All right, let's see. Market cap's 198 billion, income 2.3 billion, sales 5 billion plus. Insiders own 33%. It's always good when it's at least 30%. Institutions own 59%. Looking at 3-year performance, 2,800, 346, 81, 167. This week's been bad. That's pretty much it. What do they do exactly, too? A lot of people see these big names and they're moving up and up. Engages in development and operation of mobile marketing platform, offers app discovery, Max, Adjust, Spark Labs. Software-based platform caters to mobile application developers to improve the marketing monetization of applications. Company was founded by Andrew Karam, John Krasnick, and Adam Foroughi. Whatever. In 2011, its headquarters in Palo Alto, California. You have a lot of moves here. Let me see. Is this all the transactions? Look at this. Sale. May, August, September. Director sale. Look at these sales of the shares of this selling here. I don't know. Sometimes they're programmed in the sales, months before, 6 months to a year. Now you're moving up very high. It would make sense to sell too. But all right, look at the trend line. Finviz, trend line. And let's see the news exactly. Market Watch. AppLovin has been one of the year's hottest stocks. Here's why it's tumbling today. SEC report probing app monetization companies' practices. AppLovin says it regularly engages with regulators and will disclose updates if anywhere material. AppLovin stock has been hot this year. Reports suggest the company has caught attention regulators. Monday, company has issued securities changes, blah, 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 of its data collection activities. Yeah, that doesn't seem like much because doesn't every company, Facebook, you name it, how many companies collect data? Unless they were lying, they said they weren't going to do that, but it's like meaningless to me. So that we do not common existence or non-existence of potential regulator matters. Bloomberg story said that Apple has yet to be charged with wrongdoing. Probes that necessarily lead to enforcement actions. This isn't the first time Apple 11 shares have slid. February, two short sellers raised issues about Apple 11's business, including allegations that the company force-fed app installations onto people's phones. The company copied data from Meta. Let's see, disappointing. So the chief executive Adam in the post said disappointing that few nefarious short sellers are making false misleading claims, driving the stock down, rather than acknowledging the sophisticated AI models our team has built to enhance advertising for our partners. Apple and still stock fell 12%. 8 session slides down 37%. Motley Fool. Mum's the word for now. SEC declined to comment. At this point, the investigation must be considered speculative. It's unquestionably a development worth watching. That's why they were talking about on CNBC. There's like the bubble's gonna pop one day. You wonder what all these companies too. Like, it's kind of sketchy what they all do. The funny thing is, like, is anyone like when people are looking at companies or oh, what do they do or this or they make all this money? Does anyone really know for sure what's going on? Like all these AI companies, all these data-driven companies, Bitcoin mining, like no one knows for sure. It could be a lot of hype. And then that's why eventually the bubble will pop. It's pretty crazy. Like the dot com, everyone's bringing that up now. Even CNBC, the 1999, the dot com bubble. What's this Investors Business Daily? Stock plunge. To allegations violated service agreements with platform partners, send more targeted advertising to consumers. There's a chart here you can see again dropping down. Is anyone commenting on this? Not really. I'll get this off. All right, so what are they saying in stock twits? Here we go again, 300. He's in. Tap down another 75%. Yo, PLTR, didn't they just have something too? There was a whistleblower. I'm telling you, a lot of these companies are way overvalued. That's what I think. It's all hype. It's a lot of it's hype. Some, of course, Nvidia, AMD, that's not necessarily hype. They could be overbought, but a lot of these companies are way, way over, pumped up so much at this point. And, we'll see what happens with this. Now, technically, April, I like this trend line. I'd love it to get a 450. You're sliding down, you're below the 50 midline. I'd like this to go deep. That would put it around there maybe, and that would be a good scoop up. Weekly chart, you're way overbought here. This goes below 80, that would be good. 4 hour. Coming in deep here at 1682. It's one of the biggest drops since August. So monthly. Your monthly showing maybe divergence. See this? Could this have peaked in October 2024? Look at this. And you put this right here. And if this starts to make the curve, see right here, down and doesn't challenge that, and then you could have a problem. This could be going lower. So let's look at the 5 minute today. So it came out about 345-ish. Look at this, right down, 3 minute, had a little bit of a bounce, and then pretty much held at 550. So right now the low, 545, 550 is holding. And we'll see what happens rest of the week with this. So this has been coming down though. The algo picked this up as a sell, big run, sell on 10-1, and look at it, go straight down. That was a great call by the algo and the buy. Now, see on uptrends why the algo is working so good. Yeah, the market's so strong. That's why it's easy on uptrends. So when you have this move come down, you're out. You're out of this right now. It's a little pullback. Look where you've come from. Don't make it that complicated on swings, and then you're out. Picks it up here. Even if you're late, 450 looks like a very solid move. Start to move up again. Little candle there, not much. That could have been the sell because there's two candles in a row. It's good to take profit there after a big run. Makes a lot of sense. And then it went a little further. So we'll see what happens if this eventually does get a 450, the probe, and a lot of news in this. So we'll see what happens in the future on APP. App loving, not so loving today. That's it. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. Peace.